tired of hearing him and dealing with him. And she just let him run it. Now, did the government give him money to relocate? Yeah, they did. But he didn't relocate. Did the government give him all that other money? They said they gave it to him? Yeah, they did. They showed proof of it in the trial. Did the defense attorneys prove that he was never shot in the head? Yeah, they did. They proved it. Did they kept proving over and over again the lies that he was telling on the stand? And how the government knew that he was telling these lies? And then the judge, after seeing the proof and the evidence, just allowed it?
Oh, for sure.
You can't do it for Duck when the RICO was started.
See,
I
this planet was built by white people and for white people.
You ain't even got to put a thinking cap on for this one. The old block RICO was based
This
off
planet
of the
was
homicide of
built
Duck,
for
right?
white people
Duck was killed in
and by
2020,
white people,
correct?
my brothers
Okay.
and sisters.
So why were the witnesses like Lil Dave and them, why were they approached all the way back in 2018 while they were locked up
The
to make
fish.
statements? It wasn't because of O Block being on trial.
Yeah, it's hot.
Martell Wiley, way back then, had made statements against Carlton Weekly, saying that Carlton Weekly was the head of the gangster disciples,
Whoa.
and they were making a RICO on him.
Dude, what did she just say?
That's what it was.
Whoa, did y'all hear what she just said? Whoa.
But before they finished their investigation to bring this RICO to trial, Duck got killed. So they couldn't take him to court anymore on a RICO. What they did was they took the information that they had collected from both sides. They incorporated Duck's murder into it. And they continued for almost 3 years, like 2.5, 2 3/4 years, collecting more information. Because look, Duck was killed August of 2020. Don was killed November of 2020. I believe it was December of 2020, or somewhere right in that time, December, January, when Kenny Mack got arrested on the other case, the body and 2 attempts or whatever it was. And I'm not real familiar with that case, but I just know it was something like that. January 21st of 2021 is when Agent Kevin Doyle and another agent and 2 detectives went to Martell's house, showed him the surveillance footage, and got him to name off who was in the footage. The reason why they did that was because 11.5 hours after Duck was killed, Martell Wiley had called down to CPD and told them at 3:30 in the morning or whatever it was, I can name all the people that did it. I know who did it. And he asked for a certain officer. That officer was not available. So the female officer took the message and passed it along. But the feds that's why the feds were so quick to be involved. Everybody said, oh, it's because they use switches. That's not why they were so quick to be involved. They were already involved because of the other RICO that was supposed to take place. So they were already working with them to begin with. That's why Kevin Doyle had already went down to Cook County and or wherever it was that little Dave was locked up and was getting statements off of him. So that was January 2021.
Hope all
They
is
went to
well.
Martell.
Hope all is well.
February of 2021, they go to Kenny Mack.
Face said, yeah, it's all well.
And they arrest him and charge him.
Face
No, he's already locked up on the other stuff. But they arrest him and charge him with this old block RICO and the homicide death. The rest of the guys never get arrested until October of 2021. And then I believe it was April of 2022 when Ralph Turpin got arrested.
Yeah, that's when it was.
So during that time,
right
from February to
hand.
October, why did Kenny Mack not tell anybody that he had been charged with this? Because he had made statements. I don't know the details of you tell us this and this is what you're going to get out of it, but I'm leaning towards we ain't never heard nothing about that other case that he's got, and they ain't never gone to court, which I think is bogus because not that I'm wishing jail upon anybody, but there's families of those victims that's never going to get to see justice for their child if that's the deal that they worked out. But I know that he made statements against Muwap and Duke on the Get Right homicide.
Man, it's hot as hell. I gotta take
sure
this
a lot
goddamn
other
sweater off. Fuck all that.
So that's why he never told anybody that he had been charged from February to October when the other guys got arrested and charged. But again, every time I hear Gratitude say, I did it for Duck. No, you started out pointing the finger at Duck. This was all supposed to be about. It was supposed to be a RICO of Tuckerville EBT is the way it was listed. Now, Duck gets killed. Jump ahead a year. He gets into it with Cash. Guess what? Now his story changed to the feds. And he's pointing the finger at Cash. That's where that whole Cash is the next one up. Cash is the next one up. That's what he's referring to. He was saying Cash was now the head of the GDs. But the feds weren't really buying it like that. So the paperwork got changed. They were going to go ahead and pursue and do both RICOs for both sides. And it got changed from the Tuckerville EBT to FBG EBT because of Cash being part of FBG. Martell Wiley has never done anything for anybody else except steal from them, lie to them, take from them. That's all he does. And as far as his kids go, he has no contact with his biological children whatsoever. And from what I understand, Nene's kids can't stand him and disrespect the hell out of him. Yeah, Nene made him take her and the kids to Disney. That never happened. That never happened. I did a whole live. I've done it a couple times actually. It's not even a rent-a-center. It's a guy that rents a truck out for people that need their furniture moved around. And there's no record with the police, with the hospitals, with the news media of that event ever taking place. Now, Martell can sit here and say, oh, because he didn't press charges. But according to him, the rent-a-center man got shot 23 times or 33 times, whatever. Okay, so I guess he just said he didn't want to press charges either. Is that what you're trying to say? It was all a lie. It never took place. He was never shot either time. Either time. They're both lies. He took one story off of The Wire, and he took the other story off of one of the guys back in the day that got shot in the head by his girlfriend. And what I don't get is why people support the lies. Well, he's a goofball, that's for sure. He messed up. He did mess up. But I don't even know where I filed it at. I have no idea.
She breaking down the OTF paperwork. That's what loyalty and betrayal is doing, breaking down the OTF paperwork.
Oh, it's under Trenches folder. That's right. That's right. It's here.
Let me see.
I'm gonna show you where he got the other story from. About being shot in the head when he never was.
If y'all don't drink lemonade, I don't see how y'all don't drink lemonade. Some of the best shit in the world.
Which one? Where you at? Where you at?
Why am I always smoking in the crib? What you want me to smoke outside? You want me to smoke outside?
Be around 20.
Make sure I read that comment right. Face ass. Don't ask me no fucking questions, you fucking cocksucker. Fuck you want me to smoke at on the corner, motherfucker? Or maybe you'll like me to smoke with your mama before I leave.
Here's a short
I don't drink country time lemonade. This what the fuck I
summary,
drink.
I guess you will. From
Y'all better stop playing with me,
a
man.
documentary that was made about.
I'm old enough to fuck y'all mama, Joe.
Basically, he stole his story.
And get, if she be in the room with me, she fucking. What kids? What kids?
Where's that? Where's that?
This projects.
Oh yeah, I pushed that
I'm
bit.
23 years old, and I was shot in the back of my head at the age of 20, which was 2 years ago, December 21st, 2010. I'm from 39th Street, the project.
So where you from? Where you born?
From the low end, south side of Chicago, 39th Street, better known as the Abbey Wills Projects.
You been there your whole life? You
I
moved?
mean, we moved out when I was like 13.
We hear you in
14.
who in San Antonio?
We're going to talk about Doodle Boy. That's one of the real name you said Doodle on the town.
Deuce, man.
I'm Deuce. It's my man, 100 grand, man. You know, I know him for a long time. He was in high school, his little brother or whatever. First time I met this guy, he actually smacked me. Like I was a bitch or something, though. But, yeah, you know, we got all the players. You can't tell us. Why? Okay. That's my. First time I actually actually met this guy. He actually got an altercation with I got to his little brother. He put his hand on whatever. My pop came saying whatever the squad.
Let me say this. At
Didn't
this
he
point,
say
when this actually took place,
he don't drink?
Trenches allegedly had already been shot in the head once. But nowhere in this documentary does he mention, oh, I felt for him because, I've been through it already. I've been hit in the head, shot in the head, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, my mama,
Because it
this
never
the trenches
happened.
news I
He
knew.
never told those stories until after he started his YouTube channel. All the guys that I've spoken to that know him personally never saw him with the bandage on his head. One guy has said, yeah, it happened. But when he was asked, did you see it? No, he told me about it. That's not the same thing.
I seen him a couple years later, whatever, in the hood. He was doing his thing, whatever. Woman on the block, getting a little money or whatever. Then disappeared for a minute. Incident happened. Something happened with a female. He got shot. I see folks again in a wheelchair. What the hell was going on? He told me what happened. All I can say is I'm glad folks back, recovering, back in it. We gonna do this. We finna blow up. So I'm glad he getting back on this ground. Whatever. We need him anyway.
You're talking about the music, right?
Yeah, I'm a rapper, by the way. FPG, that's the group, whatever. I'm Big and Black. We do million views on YouTube. Y'all check us out.
Let me get some off top of the dome, man.
On top of the dome.
Top of the dome.
I stay strapped, call a nigga Jabot. I empty the first 6 South Mass, time to reload. Leave a nigga dead in the papers, time to refold. We keep the pelly in the Mac around the time get cold. Probably rip out his heart, try to reverse his soul because he hot, but Billy Black cold. But if that don't work, I'm stalking his moms. Watch him run all the errands and stick out and run. Come in the house strapped, book bag full of bombs. And we had to murder cut because we couldn't get our son. Getting bullets off in the plate, but now we have his... Gang, man.
Dusky, my little cousin. He just came and found out about a year or two ago. But I met him, we was in the field together. Little problems here and now, I call my little cousin Dusky to figure shit out. Situation happened with him. They just bought me so I can go to the house for my probation. And I was on probation for it too. Law put on me, I wasn't mine. Still gonna say that to now. Seeing my probation officer right away, and get the phone call saying that a dude got shot in his head. Bad bitch. She got away. I was so fucking heated that day that she got away. Not only that she shot him in his head, but she also got away out the house. Past a couple people. I'm pissed off about it. So that happened. But the good thing that happened is that Doodle, who's still here right next to me, talking to me, laughing with me, joking. He's the funniest motherfucker on earth. He'll gun the shit out you. Point blank, period. Any day. You could be flea, he's still gonna gun you.
Before the church service even started, to actually get out of the chair, and he came up on that wheelchair ramp you see to the left of the screen. But when we got in there, he saw that stairwell and he's like, man, Mike, come on, let's go. Let me show you. I know how to go up there with myself. I can do it. I can get up there. He had so much will, so much determination, and so much faith that nothing can stop him. He's not going to let anything stop him. And he proved that to me that day. But I think all throughout this entire ordeal, he's been proving it to himself. He wanted to climb these stairs. I guess in a way, it was kind of saying that I'm going to climb this mountain that's in front of me. And I'm about to let this slow me down.
Now, after I researched everything on this case, the reason why the girl legally got away with it was because she was a young minor, for one. I mean, she got punishment, but it's juvenile punishment. She caught him with another girl. He admits that from the beginning of the documentary. He was cheating on her and messing around on her, not being honest with her. Mar, what's up? What's up? But he took that guy's story. He took the story from Diary of a Mad Black Woman, where the guy gets paralyzed and she throws him in the bathtub and stuff. That's where he takes that. Says it, his girl threw him out in the street, stuff like that. And then he took The Wire and he mixed those three together to come out with the two stories that he come out with.
This on Loyalty and Betrayal
Yeah.
channel, y'all. For y'all wondering where this content come from, is Loyalty and Betrayal.
Mark, I went over this new document. It's not a big deal. I sent you a link to it because I don't want you making a video talking about, oh, what's his name, snitching because he's got a protected custody or whatever the hell Trenches News is lying about now.
Right there.
So make sure you check it out. It's no big deal. I know you followed enough of my content. Every one of the federal cases has it where they got a protective order on the discovery evidence that they, can't be showing it around because of personal information or medical information, and they got to save it for so long after the case is finished, and then they got to destroy it or give it back to the government or whatever. And Trenches News has taken that and switched up saying Grant is the snitch, basically. Let's play that one more time for those that missed it, because I had played that at the very beginning.
Y'all can most definitely go check this content out on Loyalty and Betrayal page.
Update on Lil Durk them at court. Lil Durk in the OTF 5. Now we know that Lil Durk was in a bad situation, man. They saying that Lil Durk booked 3 flights, try to escape from the feds. According to the feds, that's how they looking at it. He tried to escape. Then we got him texting OTF Didi saying, don't put the cars in my name. And then we got him on a plane with Grant. Now remember I said Grant. He was on a plane with Grant now. Okay, so Lil Durk got the best lawyer.
Look, now can you tell how many mistakes he's already made? Because ain't nobody text Didi. Dirk never said don't put nothing in my name. He told him don't put nothing in anybody's name that can be associated back to me. Big difference. Big difference. Hold on just a second. Let me show y'all. Just in case y'all take off on me too fast. I want y'all to know undeniably I got proof that this is what they do when it comes to federal cases. This is one of the protective orders, this is a protective order from Jeff McGraw's case, Valentine's Day of 23. Same thing. Collectively, the materials defined as counsel of record in this case. Collectively authorized personnel, who's allowed to see it and who's not allowed. Maybe shown copies. Same, all this. California just broke it all the way down into micro definitions of everything. Sensitive information, the government prior to disclosure, all this. And I just grabbed a couple that I knew off the top of my head had the protective order. They had a few of them over in the old block RICO. Same thing again. Without a further order from the court, and shall not disclose materials directly or indirectly to any other persons. Cannot make copies without permission from the court. Blah, blah, blah. And with that, Martell is trying to say that this protective order, because of it having Grant's name listed, well, the other one had Charles Ligon's name. Does that mean he was being a snitch? The other one had Jeff McGraw. Who's Jeff McGraw snitching against? He was the only defendant. Same thing, except that they just, California breaks it down over 13 pages. And then the other document, which Martell didn't even mention, was basically the government's, the judge's response. And for the record, this did not come from Grant's attorney, even though he got a copy of it here, okay? Because when the judge responded and gave their answer, it says clearly,
I didn't want to
presented
put his
by,
what's the
and
name
these
on
are
my
the
channel,
assistant
y'all.
United States attorneys on the case. Does not say Grant's attorney.
Those of
So
y'all that
Martell
know,
is just
y'all know.
popping out the side of his fucking neck. Period.
The rest of them ain't got no lawyers. They got all appointed government people. And the best lawyers he would need. Now, Lil Durk flew on a plane with this guy named Grant to California. And Grant went to go and purchase guns, cars, and everything they needed to go and track down Quando Rondo, according to the feds. Didi, Asa, Houston, Brown Eyes, and the other guys. They flew from Chicago to track down Quando Rondo. They know this. They got them on camera and everything else. Now, they the lawyers push for trial. They pushing for like a speedy trial they trying to go to.
The Constitution grants us a speedy trial, and ain't nobody on either side of the table, in this case so far, has even mentioned anything like that. They've already got the date set, potentially, for when the trial's supposed to start. So, and then, since Martell ain't saying that, you don't even know it.
Trying to get all this information out. Now, they went to court for a status hearing. And everything, nothing stuck out to me but this. And Dirk is in deep trouble because
Martell Wiley was not in the status hearing. He did not listen in on the status hearing because it was a closed status hearing. They've all been closed. So he don't know what the hell he's talking about. He's lying again.
this the guy who gave up, who had the guns. This the guy who flew on the plane with Lil Durk. This the guy who made the payments. This the guy who got an OTF credit card. Stipulations and joint requests for a protective order regarding discovery containing personal identifying information, medical information, Privacy Act information, and protected witness materials. Plaintiff, United States of America, by through its counsel of record, the United States Attorney for the Central District of California and the Assistant United States Attorneys, I.N. Yanalo, Gregory W. Staples, and Daniel H. Weiner, and defendant Kevin Levon Grant, London Grant, defendant by through his counsel and record, Peter C. Swarth, collectively the parties, for the reasons set forth below, request that the court enter the proposed protective order. So this guy, he's got a protective order. And everybody from
The government filed the motion. Bonnie's attorney is the only one that's responded so far in agreement with it. That's all this is. It ain't that he's got a protective order on his ass. He sounds stupid.
the feds say, when they got this, they tell him. Everybody from the feds, y'all from the feds, get in the comments. The protective order governing the use and decimation of one personal identifying information of a real person pursuant to federal rule, criminal procedure rule, medical health information material that contain information within the scope of the Privacy Act, information related to a protected witness.
Now, because he didn't do his homework, like I did, and we got the definition of those laws, which stated You gotta cover up their social security number, their date of birth, their home addresses, their driver's license number. That's what the fuck it's saying. And that goes to anybody. It's not just to Grant.
Who may testify at trial. Introduction to grounds for protective order. Hey, look, man, if y'all want to read it, and it says, based on the allegations in the first superseding indictment and the government's understanding of the discovery in this case, the government alleged that there are significant safety concerns for this protective order. And Grant wanted this protective order, y'all. So, y'all get in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man. I will be going live later tonight, and I will be talking about this more on the live, man. And Grant, the one wanted the protective order. Everybody else ain't got no protective order.
And like I said earlier, y'all been seeing, they're playing catch up with everybody getting copies in their name on all the documents. They just got a copy of the arrest warrant for 2 of the guys. And the other 4 guys, the 3 or 4 guys, whatever it is, they've had their copies in their folder. They're playing catch up. That's all it is.
They asked for no protective order. They never said nothing about a protective order. Nobody else
What's
named
the
this
word?
and they say this is only him, basically Grant. So
And there is everybody else's name in there because it says, and all the other defendants as well. See, you didn't want to spend that extra $1.10 to get the judge's answer, so you don't know this. No, the jam rumors are
I
not
don't know
true.
how Lil Durk gonna get up out of this. I don't know how, man. It's gonna be a...
I'm checking 2 free bags on Southwest. She is coming with me.
Hey, Young Thug got out.
Y'all get over there on
Hey, those were state cases. You could pay the state off. You can't pay.
Get
the
over there
federal
on
government
Loyalty
off.
Betrayal channel, man.
So
She
now
breaking
you're
this shit
accusing
down. I'm just
the state
streaming
of
it.
Georgia for taking bribes. Right? That's what he's saying? Yes. They made up lies about Jam, just like he's making up lies about Bonnie. That's all it is, because they don't comprehend the words that they are reading, which is why I made the thumbnail that I made, Mar. That's all it is.
See, the state is like your state versus that. California versus banks. California versus this. It ain't that. It's United States, all 50 states, and they resources against banks and the OTF 5, man. And I just think they done, bro, if you ask me. But this is the protective order. This is new. This is on the government website. So if you want to see it for yourself, you can see it, read it, go through it, break it down, call a lawyer, ask the lawyer about the information, but...
Which is what you should have done. So that way you wouldn't be looking like a fool. Because that's what you're looking like. A damn fool. It sounded like a damn fool. Like I said, that's why I made this thumbnail. I have no understanding of what I am saying. I'm here to get views, not the truth. Exactly. Every state has its own FBI branch. Yep. But when I started this live, he had already had 25,000 people view it. And they believe in it. I have yet to find him. Well, okay. I would say I've yet to find him say the truth on his platform. But I can say that when he went to DJ Academics, he told the truth because he was reading straight off of my documents from my live. He just had it muted and he was pausing it and reading it. That's all he was doing.
Yeah. So y'all can go check out Loyalty and Betrayal.
Let me see. I have not been over to
She breaking and doing her
Reddit.
thing. For sure, for
I
sure.
wonder if somebody from Reddit posted up just that front page and that's why he used it on his thumbnail. Because it's not like he's going to show you the document. Because he probably ain't got them. Oh. This past week. It's Shara College. Go there.
Them niggas, goddamn it. Them niggas, goddamn it. On Brick, baby,
Trump
yeah.
has to pardon Little Dirk and every single OTF member in federal prison. Oh my God, that sounds dumb.
Listen. This the only nigga I know from the West Coast who be putting their business out there like that. Niggas normally be getting fucked up off this shit. I think this nigga got some money, man.
You was supposed to still be out the country. And I told you, I promise you, I would leave you alone if you stay out the country. But you back. I thought it was gonna be a permanent trip for you. But now, we about to go into more exposing. Sweetie! Sweetie! This is where you messed up at again. Sugar plum. Why? Okay, so we about to get into details and I'm gonna show y'all graphic videos when Nipsey Hussle, the last couple of minutes, you get what I'm saying, when he was still alive, right? But I'm gonna talk about now, how come when you and Nipsey got into it, Black Sam pulled out or whatever like that, and the cops came 1 minute after the altercation, right? The cops came 1 minute. Sweetie Pie, don't, yeah, 1 minute. You know what's up. You already let the people know what was going on, right? You was harassing Nip and Black Sam every single day about the shop. You needed to eat off that or whatever. Your business is closed down. And they told you can't get nothing off of that because you felt like you helped Nipsey get where he needed to be. But actually, he was grinding on his own. But let's talk about the details of the fight, right? Details of the fight is, and you can't say it, I was there. So, you got into it, Black Sam and everything like that. Black Sam said you ain't coming out. He ain't coming out. You ain't taking him nowhere. Nipsey gets in the car and he looked at you and he said, listen, don't tramp treat me. And we good. I take the DP, right? He was fair games. Facts told Nipsey that, no, it's not like that, right? You fire on Facts, and Facts fired your ass up, and you fell over the step. Then Nipsey was trying to get in with Tiny Draws, but it was terrible. So all this stuff that we talking about, and you was mad at Tiny Draws the way he was trying to fight Nipsey. He was like, what is you doing? Get at him. Get him. But it wasn't working. So, you acting like that was your brother, right? You acting like how people, I want y'all to see how this is crazy, right? Listen, he gets into it. And when he gets into it, right, the police comes a minute after Black Sam put the gun out or whatever like that and, fired a couple of shots. No, he fired a shot in the air. Then the police start shooting, trying to shoot him and kill him. But it just didn't happen, right? By God, he didn't get hit, right? But the police knew exactly when to come. When to come, sweetheart. And Sugar Plum, did you tell them that they took you to the station in handcuffs and then they let you walk freely after you got to the police station?
Tony Bands, what's the word? What's the word?
Black Sam did, right? But y'all came up with an agreement or whatever to, let Black Sam out, right? We have to tell the real. I'm going to explain that in a different clip, right? But when Nipsey died, when he got shot, remember, all the grid workers be up there quick, fast, in a hurry, right? Nobody showed up. Nobody. You seen Grandpa bust her ass, run. You seen Cowboy that had a thing on him, he run too. And it's like, then after when Nipsey on the ground or whatever like that, and y'all were trying to get him CPR, then they want to come back. But the 3 times, we talking about 3 times, people, Eric kept walking back and forth, talking. You get what I'm saying? Cowboy never said anything. Didn't pull him to safety, didn't do nothing, right? Nothing at all. But Cowboy and Big Useless, they wasn't good with each other, right? Next thing you know, Cowboy and Big Useless is close after this, right? How come when Nipsey died, 2 days later, everybody's selling t-shirts, sweaters, jackets? 2 days after he died, you're all out there making money. They was making some good money out there. You get what I'm saying? Cowboy had enough money to invest, get him a shop downtown, do all the other stuff like that, and then eventually he smoked it off. But he hanging out with Big Useless. Sugar Plum is bringing him up to the school knowing he's a known pedophile on Megan's Law, the highest one. I don't know how you gonna pull that off, but you did. Well, I know how you did. You the police. But at the end of the day, it's like this. You got a lot of explaining to do. You be telling people all the time, like, how you so close to Nipsey. But in these details, we're going to break it down. We're going to break it the last 20 minutes because I got something special coming next week. I told y'all when I'm telling y'all the FaceTime call is coming out. Yeah, homies, it's coming out. Give me about a week. We're almost done with the contract. Once we're done with that contract, they sending back the footage or whatever, and I'm going to put it out. So they won't have nothing to do with it, right? So, it's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, it's coming. It's going to shock the world. Sweetie! I told you. This is crazy, right? And he's so goofy, he tells everybody his business because he tells my business to everybody. He just say anything. He couldn't hold water if Jesus told him to.
But bro, not to get into too much detail, but there was a lot of big politics getting into certain people. You know, Hussle had DJ Khaled in the hood. Not to be speaking too much on shit, but we came front line like we always do. And, you know, niggas gonna know we gonna crash out behind it. In fact, we not playing. Ain't nobody saying nothing to Khaled. Ain't nobody doing nothing to Khaled. And he's straight. And Hussle front line that. And, you know, we felt like certain people didn't like that. And did the video. Khaled got out of there perfect and smooth. And, you know, we appreciated Khaled for showing up and coming to the hood and doing the video. And because he goes later.
And then everybody can get there all the time. Nip, you can get to who you want to. So he got mad. You ain't gonna get on my way, you on my way, bro. He ain't like that. He's supposed to make a diss song about me. Well, I ain't no rapper, I'm a scrapper. So, we end up having to come talk about that. Pull up the homies, and Nip admitted his wrong, but still there's some consequences to your wrong. I came to pick him up that morning so he can get his discipline. And his brother got in the way. Told him my brother not going nowhere. If I was his brother, I'd have did the same thing. Like, you're not going nowhere with these niggas. I would have did the same shit. But I mean, you're not from 60s though. And you're not from the hood, so, you know, you can't really speak on hood business. And really, that's really what happened. They didn't talk that night. We went and chopped it up, and it was never nothing after that.
With Nipsey in the alley near the store, Black Sam did allegedly went in the store to retrieve a pistol. It fired one shot in the air to end the conflict. LAPD arrived within 1 minute of Sam's warning shot and seen the scuffle and Black Sam with a pistol in his hands. LAPD immediately opened fire on Sam from about 30 yards away. Somehow, not one bullet hit Sam. Everyone was ordered on the ground, roughed up and handcuffed while the helicopter hovered over the store. They were taken to jail that night, but would all bail out the next month.
You gotta get in close. You see the date on there? See what that say? Tuesday, March 28th. This me and him talking. This me talking about DJ Khaled. I told him DJ Khaled had gave me his what you call him number, right? And I said I need to talk to Khaled. So Nip said, at the video, did you talk to him? You see what he said? I ain't gotta read it. He said, did you talk to him? But I was doing an interview too. And I said, yeah. And I sent him a call cuz back after the meeting. Nip said, off top. Let me know once he balances it.
So look, it's obvious.
Now you see the date on there, right? Now how was me and him having a conflict? So it's obvious. If me and him talking, and then look, let me show you.
I didn't really kind of understand it, like what he was talking about, but I know to tell from the tension from Nipsey, he didn't really want to talk to him, trying to get to me, to take the picture or whatever, trying to wait till he stopped talking.
Do you know why he would want to talk to him?
Because I guess the way he was just cuz, have you ever snitched on somebody, cuz this, cuz that?
That's what Nipsey was saying?
That's what Eric was saying. Nipsey wasn't saying nothing. He was just nah, nah, like that,
Did it sound like Eric was accusing him of snitching?
To me, it sounded kind of like he was trying to be a little messy.
Oh.
I wasn't kind of getting into it, but because I'm not the messy type, I'm just kind of
It was always 100, man. That was my loved one. And like a son. You know what I mean? And when Nip left this earth, we was coon by coon, fire on fire. We was together. So don't let nobody else tell you no different. Because if it was anything other different than that, I'd be gone. Believe that. It was 100 months. Yeah.
And once you're out of the system, how are you, kind of reacclimating into society and sort of getting back on your feet?
Well, I was letting people give me money and help me and show me which way is the right way. Like Eugene Henry. He gave me some money, said, look, man, it's going to take a little while, but you back. So just take it one day at a time. I said, okay. He said, don't let it overwhelm you. Just take it one day at a time. We were raised up together, me and Eugene. Y'all might know him as Big U.
Yeah, who's actually on the phone right now, who helped set up this phone call.
Right. Man, I think he the one to discover Nipsey.
He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in, he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And that's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody tell me nothing about that because it just don't make no sense. It's not random, you know. I'm no Hussle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hussle because they know what come with it, no matter what age you are.
This is a fact. This is what he does. Sweetie, I didn't believe it when you called me. But at the end of the day, it happened. Buttercup, I told you, this is your demise now. How come when you got in with Nipsey, it wasn't because of brotherly love or he did something wrong? It was because of the contract and money he was making. How come you said that you love him and you did anything, he was like a son, but when he was eating and coming up, you was mad because he wasn't feeding you properly? See, it takes
Talking about y'all are messy.
a special person to deal with you because at the end of the day, it's like, bro, you is a scumbag, a cotton ball, a marshmallow. You is a soft banana, yogurt, ice cream that you put in the microwave for a minute. See, everybody think that you tough and you got away with it because, you know, you big and you ugly and then you could just say something and you got these fake jail stories and everybody, listen, people, the stuff that he was doing, he wasn't really doing. He took the credit because he's a bozo and he wanted to bring up his name and have his name pop, right? But when it came down to the DJ Khaled story, me collaring up Khaled and all the other stuff like that, when me going in there rocking and beating up everybody and stuff like that, then they try to push the narrative that like, oh, he's from somewhere else. How? Why wasn't y'all saying that 15, 20 years ago?
There's a bullet that hit me right there. All right, well, what's up, man? Hey, no. Okay, it's good. Hey, sir, just hang on, all right? The ambulance is already here, right? My friend, am I doing this? Look. Hey, did you see who shot? I don't know. We was talking. The guy just walked up, said, "Guy, go start shooting." I backed up and I took off. Which way did he take off? I don't know. Before I could see he took off, I tried to get behind the truck. And he got hit too.
When I grew up in the 80s, I used to come over there. They don't tell you that my daddy is Big U's best friend. Do you get what I'm saying? They don't say a lot of things. They didn't say like Big U was in my life for a while. That was like a thing until I started seeing that he was trying to set me up and have me go to jail. I know if I'm gonna get out and do something and do something to an enemy, that's on me, right? I know when I'm taking out, we hopping out doing missions and stuff like that, that's on me. Me collaring and taking things from other people, that's on me. But if you're dealing with an individual and he knows the game plan and it's benefiting all of us, why tell the next?
Sound like you got a motherfucking snore.
God did this. My fans did this. Everybody that love me and deal with me, I respect that. But I gotta expose busters. So, Sweetie! Sweetie! Here's the last clip.
And once you're out of the system, how are you, kind of reacclimating into society and sort of getting back on your feet?
Well, I was letting people give me money and help me and show me which way is the right way. Like Eugene Henry. He gave me some money. He said, look, man, it's going to take a little while, but you back. So just take it one day at a time. I said, okay. He said, don't let it overwhelm you. Just take it one day at a time. We were raised up together. Me and Eugene. Y'all might know him as Big U.
Yeah, who's actually on the phone right now, who helped set up this phone call.
Right. Man, I think he's the one that discovered Nipsey.
So in this video, I'm gonna cover all these pieces. I'm gonna touch on Cowboy as well, but there's too many connections that go around to Big U. And in this video, we're gonna go touch on all those, and we're gonna figure this shit out together. But back to 2011 when this fight happened with Nip and Big U. Now there's conflicting arguments about this fight and how it happened and what it was about, right? I've seen the videos with Big U saying it was about studio equipment and so forth. When I left the music.
Yeah, man. They be messy than a motherfucker. Loose Cannon, that's Loose Cannon channel, man. Trenches News, Lil Tim was humble. I don't even want to watch that little girl on there, man. She trying to explain. I don't think she needed to even do that. Real. Hold on. Jeremiah Fields from Chicago.
It is not just a fragrance. It is a passion.
Well, I didn't see this one coming. Since our last interview, Young Thug got time served.
Yeah.
You know Young Thug?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know him at all. I've never met him.
Yeah.
But this was the longest running criminal case in Georgia state history.
Yeah.
It had more mistrial motions than any trial in Georgia state history. The trial went on forever. It was falling apart. You see all types of characters get on the stand and pretty much just confuse the situation. YSL Woody. Actually, I interviewed him just the other day.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be a star witness. He got on the stand and said he was lying about everything. A couple other dudes got on the stand and started acting crazy, doing weird stuff. Somebody tried to hand Young Thug a pill in open court. Remember at one point, Brian Steele got arrested in the courtroom over a secret meeting that wasn't supposed to happen. So the judge got kicked off. Then another judge came on, but someone connected to the judge was having a relationship with one of the defendants. So that judge got kicked off. So they finally got a third judge. So ultimately, Young Thug got time served, 15 years probation. He could face 20 years if he violates, though. He pleaded guilty to 1 gang charge, 2 gun charges, and 3 drug charges. He also submitted a no contest plea to separate gang charges and racketeering conspiracy charges. He is banned from Atlanta for 10 years, except for funerals, weddings, and graduations. He's banned from promoting gangs or gang culture in any way, shape, or form, meaning he can't rap about any gang stuff. He has to do 4 presentations or concerts a year about anti-gang violence. And he can't talk to any gang members or YSL affiliates, except for Gunna. who was actually signed to him. Originally, the state wanted 45 years with 25 years to serve and 20 years on probation.
Him and the other nigga,
But
not
Brian
guilty.
Steele wasn't having that. Do you know Brian Steele, though?
No, I don't know.
You know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, like...
Yeah, he most definitely could have
big
beat
dogs
that shit.
in Atlanta is like Brian Steele, Steve Sadow, and Drew Finley. Those three, you got any of those guys, you got a good shot.
Yeah.
You got a public defender, you're in trouble. Were you surprised that he got time served?
Not really when I saw the case falling apart, no.
What do you mean?
I felt like it was going to end up being a mistrial because it had too much shit going on.
I think so, yeah.
I ain't never seen a case with that much shit going on.
Yeah, I think that's what the prosecution was scared of. About to be a mistrial, they have to start all over again.
You gotta waste all that money all over again.
All their star witnesses didn't work out.
That's what they always do. I mean, they try to give me a little time before because they knew I was gonna beat the murder charge.
Oh, they offered you a plea deal?
Yeah.
What did they offer you?
Principal.
Offer you what?
Principal.
What's that?
Principal of first degree murder.
What does that mean?
Principal mean like you had something to do with it.
Okay. And what was the time that they were offering?
I think it was like 15, but they were running concurrent, so I had like 5 left.
You didn't take it though?
Mm-mm.
Okay. How hard was that decision? Because 5 years.
It wasn't hard at all. My lawyer already told me they was beat.
Okay.
My lawyer said they whooped, bro. This shit is whooped. I just gotta run it by you. This shit is whooped.
Right, because it actually went to a jury verdict.
Yeah.
And all 12 jurors said,
not guilty.
How did that feel?
It was one of the best days of my life.
Yeah, man. What that other we watched that first Mama Duck, right? Let me see. Yeah, we watched this one. We watched that one too. Just the one we watched. 6 hours ago. 12 hours. We watched that one. Part 2. We ain't watched this.
DJ, you go crazy.
So what you think about, like, you know, the whole push and peace movement? It's like, you know, he trying to end the war between O Block and 63rd. He went to O Block and got confronted by some guys that wasn't really fond of him being there.
It don't just stop there.
Huh?
It don't just stop at O Block and 63rd. How many fractions is linked with O Block?
Right. It's a lot of them.
How many fractions you know linked with 63rd? That's in that one area.
Yeah.
Everybody that's linked with 63rd is in that one area. Then 51st, some people from 63rd, and you know what I'm saying? Even where I'm from the low end. They OTF and dirt crazy shit. Like, this is where Duck was from. You feel what I'm saying? But my people are tell their ass, and then told their ass, he could come down here anytime he want to. So when he used to pull up to Ellis Park, they be amazed. Like, they used to be like, this nigga really down here. Yeah, this where he from. This where his mama was living when he had him. These the playgrounds he played in and the buildings his brother sold drugs up under. You know what I'm saying? This is where he from. So who gonna tell him he can't come?
Right. I know you made a video. Shout out to RICO. Oh, so funny. You know, with the running to the camera.
I started the challenge.
Right.
I started the Fred challenge.
You
Give me
damn
my
did.
props.
Yeah.
I started the Fred challenge. He told me it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and I was glad that everybody was, you know, you got up under there like, what the fuck you done started, Shayna? Like, now, what you done started, Rico? Cause yeah, Duck did it first. He did.
Right. You told him, you know, Duck did it first.
He did.
With, you know, trying to push peace.
He did.
Okay.
You know, and he meant that shit. And he didn't give a fuck what nobody say. But, you know, after talking to these people that dealt with Duck and getting more and more involved in the business, like, that shit really happening, DJ. You know, man. You almost industry, man. Your ass know how that blackball and shit going. They tell him up, well, if you fuck this person, I'm not fucking with you. And if you hot, who you think they gonna roll with?
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah. It's definitely like that.
Loyalty is a mother. And that's all I ever showed to anybody that was around me. So I expect the same. I don't give a fuck what you do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just felt like, you know, it was looked at because it was still so many people alive that didn't want the peace. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I meant that. I didn't mean it to be mean or in the harsh way when I was talking to AK. I didn't mean it to be harsh, but that's the only reason why Chicago Legends was looked at as some bullshit. Because Von wasn't having that shit. He didn't give a hell no. My boy died while I was in jail. Everybody finna die. I don't give a fuck. And that's how it was.
Yeah. Well, it's been 4 years since FBG Duck died, and it seems like now, you know, of course we've, you know, from Chicago, and you know, it's killings every day, but this is kind of like one of the biggest situations we've had in Chicago. You know, it's definitely a topic, you know, every other day. You got the affiliates, you know, that represent Duck and speak their piece. You know what I'm saying? We still talking about Duck, basically, is what I'm getting at, right?
4 years later.
4 years later.
Like, yeah, because I ain't gonna stop talking about it. I ain't gonna stop talking about it. And that's one thing about the spirit in the flesh. It feel like he's still here. I just don't see him every day. I know he not here because he would never go this long, 4 years without stepping in his mama's house.
Right.
So that gives me the realization that he ain't coming back. And that's the fucked up part about it. I can't even talk to my grandbabies about their deities without me turning around and hit them. And I'd be like, what's wrong? And they'd be like, it's just my grandbaby Henry. They're like, it's so unfair. Like, everybody got their daddy, and I don't got mine. And that'd be the fucked up part for me. That'd be the fucked up part for me, because he was nothing like he died. And I don't care what he wrote and what he rapped about. That still ain't have no reason for nobody to kill nobody over a song. Or because you don't want them to get bigger. Or if this nigga make it in the industry for real, they ain't gonna listen to us no more. Because they gonna promote him like they promoting us. And they didn't want that. And that's just that. They didn't want that. And they did everything in their power. And they were happy. Everybody seen it. But now I'm supposed to feel some type of way because things are going my way now. They're going the way God intended them for them to go. Just like God intended for them to die when they died, this shit ain't going unpunished. So that's why I met with this shit. Like, all them babies, not just my sons, my other grandson, them babies from over there, sisters.
Yeah.
I know half of their mamas. I saw a video, I saw a blog the other day with somebody I grew up and stayed with and didn't even know one of them old black kids was her son. But they knew me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to hang with this lady. She used to be with my peoples. Stay away. I never knew that was that boy's mama. But that's his mama. Right. So that's probably why they hate me too, because all their mamas grew up with me and know me in real life.
Right, used to be big bitches ass. What you say, this ain't no person.
Know me in real life, like. So I can understand that. We're gonna ride with her. Ain't shit funny. It was what it was, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I'll
He
admit,
get it from his mama too.
Huh?
They know him. He ain't a street nigga. But he done beat a lot of niggas in the street up. He done beat their ass. Like, really, really. They know the Don. I ain't gonna start naming names, but they done felt the pressure. He went upside their motherfucking head with these bitches. Got dreads pulled out. I used to stand over my baby like, make that motherfucker let your hair go. All you hear. His hair, that shit gonna grow back. He ain't grew it back since. He's just like, keep it off. These bitch ass niggas gonna quick ride my hair. Just saying.
Yeah.
So whether the internet want to believe it or not, whether other mothers want to act out industry and all this and that shit, baby, I'm true to my roots.
Yeah.
I'm true to my roots. That's it. And I want the best for everybody.
DJ, you go crazy. DJ, you go crazy.
So can you break down the situation with Manny and the control he had over Duck's music?
Yo, I'm gonna summarize this as much as I could.
Okay.
DJ, you go crazy.
So what you think about, like, you know, the whole push and peace movement? It's like, you know, he trying to end the war between O Block and 63rd. He went to O Block and got confronted by some guys that wasn't really fond of him being there.
It don't just stop there.
Huh?
It don't just stop at O Block and 63rd. How many fractions is linked with O Block?
Right. It's a lot of them.
How many fractions you know linked with 63rd? That's in that one area.
Yeah.
Everybody that's linked with 63rd is in that one area. Then 51st with some people from 63rd. And you know what I'm saying? Even where I'm from. I'm from the low end. They OTF and dirt crazy shit. Like, and this is where Duck was from. You feel what I'm saying? But my people, they OTF and dirt crazy shit. Like, and this is where Duck was from. You feel what I'm saying? But my people tell their ass and then told their ass he could come down here anytime he want to. So when he used to pull up to Ellis Park, they be amazed. Like
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. If you're new here or don't already know, I try to support everything I talk about with video or post for accuracy. So please be sure to subscribe, hit the like button and that notification bell, comment and share to all social media platforms. Now, on to the story. Hey y'all, it's sad to report that Lil Queso has been shot and killed. According to the news, a 15-year-old boy was found shot and killed inside a home in Inglewood Tuesday morning. Just after 11:30 a.m., the teen was found with a gunshot wound to the head at a home in the 6700 block of South Parnell Avenue. Police said the victim was pronounced dead on the scene. According to an unconfirmed police dispatch report, the boy's mother found him dead inside the home. Caller stated she came home and believed her 15-year-old son passed away. There's a lot of blood inside the unit, a dispatcher said. CBS News Chicago spoke to a family member who would only say through tears that was her stepson. While police have not officially said if the shot that killed the boy was fired from inside or outside the building, nearly a dozen shell casings were visible in the parking lot outside the building after the boy was found dead, and police have cordoned off the parking lot with red crime scene tape. Alderman William Hall said he lives nearby. Today, our hearts are shattered. The senseless killing of a 15-year-old child in Inglewood is a pain that words cannot fully capture, Hall said in a statement. This was someone's son, someone's brother, someone's whole world, and now their family is left to endure an unimaginable loss. Police say Area 1 detectives were conducting a homicide investigation. The boy is the second teen shot and killed inside a home in Chicago in roughly 12 hours. Just after 10 p.m. on Monday, a 14-year-old boy was found shot and killed inside a home in Little Village. Police said the boy was shot in the chest in an apartment building in the 2200 block of South Christiana Avenue. No arrests have been made in either shooting, and police have not noted any connection between the two deaths.
You know I'm gonna fly my sister. You know I'm gonna fly. What we said. Eat peace on the block. Push nigga would play. My dear, come on. All that's Twitter.
Lil Queso had been having an ongoing issue with his cousins, Q50 with Lil 50's family and friends, but he also had other issues going on. He was originally with them, but a gun was taken, amongst other things, and then he went to dissing, especially when Lil 50 died. Lil Queso was just live not that long ago, being arrested, where he spent a little time in jail, but came out on the ban. He, however, must have had some motion because he had been out and about lately. He was live last week talking about robbing a drug man. Bruh, this morning he went live for the last time close to 7 a.m. He was driving around and they thought they found somebody, but they continued on before the live ended. After it was confirmed that he died, several people went live to taunt and talk about it, including his cousins, but Jada clarifies their family relationship or lack thereof. Jada also speaks on alleged motives behind the deaths of her brother, Q50 with Lil 50, and her cousin, Lil Queso.
Shorty and them killing each other like a motherfucker, man.
Oh, you see how bad he Nah, I was in my feelings because he couldn't add me.
They killing each other like a motherfucker, man.
Like, add me, rap, add me, I can't. Don't fucking mean you can't. Then I had a fit.
Y'all, this is all news about the culture as it is today, but in the scheme of things, he was somebody's son, brother, friend, and I could go on. Rest in peace to Lil Queso, rest in peace to Q50 with Lil 50, and y'all hit me in the comments with your thoughts. Later, y'all.
In the morning of February 18th, 2022, officers from the Wisconsin State Patrol and Grand Chute Police Department received a 911 call regarding a possible shooting on Interstate Highway 41.
Hello. How you doing? Shaking up? You're not injured at all, Ho?
Doesn't. I tried to check her over. It doesn't look like she got hit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Here, you can see 9 visible areas where bullets supposedly struck the victim's vehicle.
Pretty small. Yeah. Was it 22 or something? Where did 22 go through?
That's more like a BB gun.
BB gun? An automatic?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's a clear pattern as it goes by.
Yeah, yeah.
Are your nose unlocked? Because when there's BBs, they'd be sitting there, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking we might just end up seeing if we can go to the police department. Are you okay to drive to the police department? It's about 3-4 minutes from here. That way we can talk inside, and then maybe we might have to look at doing something with your car. It'd be a lot easier there than out here. And then we can talk inside where it's warm and get all the information on what happened. Would you be okay with that? You didn't know these people at all? And from what I understand, it was a bronze-colored car, no license plate. Any idea what type of car?
No, it was like it had an emblem on the back that looked like this. Like this.
Hazard in the area of County 8 Adam.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
BB gun wouldn't be this. I didn't think so. No.
Then probably a 22.
That's small. 22.
I don't know if
22 shorts, not gonna go.
Concentrate on that.
You weren't.
Are you okay to drive that far?
We'll follow you.
Yep.
Take some breaths, shoot.
Okay. You follow me and then he'll follow you, okay? We'll go slow and we'll just get to the police department where we can sort this out.
Does it stop?
Not sure.
Pretty good.
Yeah. You gonna be okay?
Yeah,
okay.
Sit in your seat.
All right. So let's just get her to the PD where it's warmer and we can do whatever we need to do.
News
Somebody
reports
tried to
state
take
that
her
officers
ass out.
identified the shooter's location using traffic cameras, along with the victim's description of a bronze-colored sedan with no plates and dark-tinted windows. Dispatchers at the Wisconsin State Police, in conjunction with their traffic management center, were able to access this footage through recent highway traffic footage archives. This footage is helpful in not just catching criminals, but it can also help determine who is at fault in a car crash. If you want to access that same traffic footage from numerous states across the U.S., you can do so yourself at safetyvid.org. In this case, officers were likely able to track the suspect to the exit he took and began searching the nearby neighborhoods. According to official documents, police witnessed two men standing outside a residence with the suspect vehicle in the driveway just hours after the incident. One male started the vehicle as police made contact. During their conversation, officers allegedly observed what appeared to be a revolver handgun on the wall of the garage. The male in the car also shared he had a gun in his vehicle as well. Officers quickly suspected the male in the vehicle and had him step out for further questioning.
You're Travis, right?
Yes.
So I kind of pre-filled out the paperwork here. This is our consent to search form. Basically what it says is that you're giving us the consent to search your vehicle right here.
I don't want to. I gotta go to work. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, like to hurry up and like whatever. I thought it was something serious. I don't even know what it's about. Can somebody tell me like what it's about? Because this is kind of serious.
So it's up to you. Are you going to provide consent or not provide consent? So like you said, I know you had told them earlier that you're going to provide consent to search the vehicle.
Yeah, because I was in a rush. They said somebody come and tell me what's going on. I would like to know what's going on.
There was an incident on the highway today.
To my friend, and probably not gonna let me come over no more. You know what I mean?
Okay. I don't know how. I mean, I can't tell you. I don't know a ton about it. I know there was an incident on the highway today we're looking into. It's up to you. Read this over. If you provide consent to us, sign it. We'll search your vehicle. If you're not going to provide consent, that's up to you as well. And then
I'd rather not.
You'd rather not? Okay.
I cut somebody off or hit somebody's car. I don't got no scratches.
You want to just hang tight here for a second? All right, thank you. Joe, negative. It's a negative. Yeah, I'll be down. All right, so I'm thinking we're going to need more for everything.
I think we approached the consent option for you. You're well within your right to say no to that. And that's what my understanding was that it was a no. So we're going to just go like the other legal process. If it's a no on that end, then we're not touching your vehicle. I'm just explaining to you like kind of the next steps.
I'll give my keys to my car. Okay.
Another car's running right now. Unfortunately, you can't go back to the car. Turn it off for you.
Okay.
It's searching up like that. Just wait for it. Is it a button or? Oh, yeah, it's just a button. All right.
All right, so can I just have you put your hands behind your back for me?
Not trying to be at your residence anymore.
Do you have anything on you that you shouldn't? Is it all right if I search you? Okay, perfect. So you step out of the garage here so we're away from your buddy. Anything that'll like poke me or stick me, any needles or knives or anything like that? No, okay, all right, cool.
You just searched me already.
Well, you're hopping in my car now, so we just want to make sure you got nothing on you that you shouldn't, and then we'll go from there, okay? What's the date today? You want to keep this? Okay. Yeah, there's Jones in this one. Well, just separate your feet for me. Just gonna pop this off here, okay? All right, let's have a seat in the car. We're right over here. All seatbelt for me.
There you go.
Good? Good. All right. Car is on. I'll turn the heat up.
Officer appears to take a photo of the suspect's receipt, which matches similar receipts in our research showing inaccurate account balances. These types of receipts made news during COVID due to an ATM error that led some people to believe they suddenly had millions of dollars in their bank account. News reports shared this error was caused by the use of third-party ATMs, leading us to believe Travis likely made a bank transaction at a gas station or grocery store. This evidence can potentially verify Travis's location and identity in a potential court case.
Like, I tell you, I just don't know what y'all talking about. Like, it's kind of serious.
Travis spoke minimally throughout the drive. While in transit, officers on scene obtained a search warrant, getting footage of Travis pulling up the driveway and exiting the vehicle at 7:32 that morning. This timing confirmed that Travis could have been present at the shooting.
Getting warmer back there?
Yeah, it is. Thank you. Is there any way you can tell me what this is about or anything? I can tell you.
We'll discuss that in a little bit.
Okay.
Like gas cover.
Oh, yeah.
Blows open all the time when it's really windy.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't just get hit.
Oh, God, I'm sure. Like, what the hell?
12 to 1695. If you're upstairs, you want to just do a search of that interview room. Make sure it's good to go. How you doing back there?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Just sleepy.
Sleepy?
Yeah, I ain't going to sleep. Like, I've been working so much. I work from 1:45 to 10 o'clock at night time. I got a daughter, too.
So you're putting in a lot of hours.
Yeah.
I'll hop around. Oh, did you unbuckle yourself? Right in here. Just stay standing for us.
As this officer brings Travis into the interrogation room, he is searched again by another officer.
No more surprise. That's an old dude. I swear, that little bag of weed, that's the oldest guy, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't remember that was in there?
No, dude. If you look at it, it's old, bro. If you look at the weed, you can tell it's old as shit.
All right, have a seat for us for now. We'll get the handcuffs off you here shortly.
Okay.
We just gotta get some things squared away. Do you want anything to drink or anything, or are you good?
Yeah, some water.
Water? We'll get you some water.
I just want to know what's more. Oh,
We'll explain that all here shortly, so
Okay.
We're just gonna step out for a sec, and then we'll be back with you shortly, okay?
All right.
All right, perfect, thank you. I will go search the back seat of my squad, grab a water. I'll be back. Okay.
Officers list that they found a large AK-47 style black BB rifle on the backseat floor of Travis's car, identified as a Crosman full-auto AK-1 4.5mm BB air rifle, which is capable of firing 1,400 rounds per minute, or about 23 per second. Travis has an extensive criminal history extending back to 2006, with previous charges for possession of cocaine, possession of THC, bail jumping, and operating a vehicle while suspended. For this case, Travis was assigned a $75,000 cash bond after his arrest. While awaiting trial, his defense twice requested a bond reduction, but the court denied both motions. He also caught a charge for disorderly conduct while in jail. Travis faced charges for 1 count of first-degree recklessly endangering safety with a modifier for use of a dangerous weapon, 1 count of possession of THC as a second offense, and 1 count of criminal damage to property with a modifier for use of a dangerous weapon. Over 6 months after his arrest, Travis agreed to a no-contest plea deal and was sentenced to 1 year and 10 months in state prison and 5 years of probation for 1 count of first-degree recklessly endangering safety. Conditions include anger management assessments, counseling if recommended, strict alcohol and drug sobriety, and a ban on owning firearms, which additionally included BB guns specifically. All other charges were dismissed. The victim requested nearly $20,000 in restitution for damages, citing losses from her vehicle's decreased value, inability to perform for her delivery job due to a newfound fear of driving, and mental health impacts requiring several counseling sessions. Quotes from documents note that she became paranoid to drive on the highway and that the event had an almost immeasurable impact on her. After legal discussions, the court granted a reduced restitution of just over $4,000. Having been sentenced in August of 2022, Travis should be out of prison at this point and on probation. However, he is still fighting the court's decision on this case. He submitted an appeal in hopes to reverse the charges and reduce the restitution amount. The final decision for that outcome is yet to be determined.
That was some dumbass shit he did. Crazy ass nigga.
Officers from the Wausau Police Department in Wisconsin responded to a report involving a potentially stolen backpack.
Yes, sir. Officer Austin, what's going on? My bag got stolen today. I wouldn't really care for it, except for there's military documents in there that I needed. They got pinged at this house right here. I knocked on both the doors and they said, you know, you can have it, but I was hoping it was at this house right here. I mean, it's kind of bugged around, but during her and I drove here, it's been, I don't know, I mean, I looked in the grass, maybe somebody threw out the window, but I can't find anything. And I tried to ping it and play a sound. It's like a black military, combat bag.
What's in it that you're tracking?
An air tag. So I don't know if, you know what an air tag is, right? So I wouldn't care if they took anything else, but there's a food binder in there. Yeah. It has, my banking information, my notes, my medical documents. I need that right. They could, okay. I mean, it could very well just be in the garbage. Sounds like somebody hit through the door, though.
What's your name, man? Was it? Mario?
While one officer speaks with the man at the door, the other officer sends dispatch license plate information to see if any useful information comes up.
You got the backpack here, or?
I actually don't. I have neighbors, and he told me that he talked to them.
Okay. These neighbors over here?
Or these ones, I don't know, he came to this house.
Yeah, the air tag is going right here.
But at this address, it can be because there's nothing on here.
Anybody else home right now, or? No. You got an idea or anything on you, Mario?
I do. But I have to remember.
Yeah, that's good.
That's not bad. I was cleaning my car after I did it. Okay. Like I said, I don't know why I would be popping up here. I know everything I have here. I don't think there's no military back there. No. There is no
information or anything like that, Mario?
Yeah.
Anybody else home that I can talk to that might be involved with taking a backpack or anything like that?
Like I said, the neighbors, anybody else in this area, I'm the only one here I know is in this house. It's definitely not backpack in here.
Alright, I might come back to chat with you, just think tight. You can close the door though. Which neighbor did you talk to?
You talked to that neighbor?
Reached the community.
Shocked at 5962. Can advise were any purses or brown wallets taken from these vehicles? These garbage cans are full of purses and brown wallets.
We had a string of vehicle thefts this morning, and one of the individuals that had an item taken had a backpack with an air tag in it, and it's...
Yeah, he was just here.
Okay, he already talked to you?
Yeah, I told him to try the next house over, literally right around the corner, yeah.
Okay. Do you have any kids or anything at home that would be involved in...
No.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
There's credit cards here, too.
Just gonna write paper on it. Paper, so you can't 79, but 5 minutes to write this.
Are you guys allowed to work in that property?
Hey, garbage? Yeah.
Didn't take the garbage out, so there shouldn't be nothing wrong.
Alright. Yeah, hang tight, I'll come talk to you in a second.
I'll take in call John, and it'll be secure.
I drove by and I see y'all searching through my brother's trash can, so I'm just wondering what's going on. Well, someone's got to let me know what's going on.
Hey, car.
You live here?
I come here often and I drove by and see you guys searching my brother's garbage can, so I am just wondering what's going on.
Well, you don't live here, you don't make to know right now.
Actually, I do. Mario,
Or do you have enough to run her?
Credit cards and stuff in the garbage bin to help break-ins. The place reeks like weed. I think we could secure it quick. Break paper on it for take me 20 minutes to do it and get it off the bodies.
Who are they? Who are these people?
They're the ones who called us.
Okay, so they don't live here. What's going on? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
So,
why I just
you
don't
had a bag stolen
my brother's
when you
garbage
left
can.
Wait, let me talk.
I actually been asking all the time since I pulled up here. So yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
So, he had a bag stolen from his car last night. Had an air tag in it. Air tag places it somewhere between these two houses. So,
You know who lives in other houses?
we're talking with them right now. We're gonna go next door, but the air tag shows it right
That's
here.
fine, but don't go searching through my brother's garbage can for shit. Y'all don't have the right to do that. And y'all know better than that, 'cause y'all are police officers. Don't do no shit like that
They have the
without
authority to
permission.
do it.
Straight up.
They have the authority
It's really
to
that.
search the
No,
garbage.
you don't. Now without my brother's permission, you don't. That's illegal and I can't even search my neighbor's garbage can. So I know you can't search my brother's garbage can. Don't do nothing like that without his permission. Thank you.
In 1988, the Supreme Court ruled in California versus Greenwood that individuals do not have an expectation of privacy as it relates to items they have voluntarily discarded in the trash. Although this woman voices her concerns, likely with the Fourth Amendment in mind, the searching of garbage cans outside of an individual's house is generally not something that can violate someone's right to a reasonable search and seizure. This is further supported by similar court cases within the state of Wisconsin, like State versus Figueroa. On top of that, officers may have probable cause to obtain a search warrant regardless, considering the evidence of an air tag pinging that location.
Okay. So what are we doing right now?
Here. Alright, who else is home right now, Mario? Just you? Okay. I'm gonna have you step out.
Are you...
Have a seat for me. I'm gonna be securing the residence because the residence smells like weed and I'm gonna be applying for a search warrant. Is there anybody else home? Okay, have a seat. Have a seat for me right now. We'll talk about that later.
Hey, Tisha.
Police department, make yourself known if you're in here. Do it now.
They said they smell.
Y'all don't smell no weed. So y'all can
Stay
get
out here. Stay out.
I don't smell weed. My brother
Stay
don't
out.
smoke weed. So
Stay
did y'all
out.
check the neighbor's house if y'all smell weed?
Stay out.
No, sir. Y'all don't have the right to do that. There is no scent of weed in this house. Do y'all want to come and smell? Do y'all want to come and smell?
The woman raises concerns again for the officers attempting to enter her brother's home without a search warrant. However, according to Wisconsin state legislature, the odor of a controlled substance provides probable cause to arrest when the odor is unmistakable and may be linked to a specific person under the circumstances of the discovery of the odor, such as in State versus Sechrist. On top of that, officers historically have a right to secure a residence prior to a search warrant. In a 1975 case, United States versus McLaughlin, the courts held that if officers have probable cause to believe evidence is on the premises, and if delaying entry involves a risk that evidence will be removed or destroyed, then the Fourth Amendment permits a warrantless entry to secure the premises. Ultimately, it would be up to the trial judge to make a decision as to whether any evidence could be entered at trial, and we have updated details on this case at the conclusion of this video.
We're recording right now.
Does someone else want to come and smell? My brother don't smoke weed, so it don't smell like weed in here.
Stay out.
Get out of my brother's house before I call a motherfucking lawyer. Sir, don't grab
Put your hands behind your back.
Okay, that's fine. They don't have the right to do this. Smell Mario's house. It don't smell like weed in there. No,
Stay out of the house.
Justin, just go get
back in the car.
Justin,
Get
go
back
get
in the
car.
car.
I'm gonna get
Now.
right back out. That's so weird. They just doing this so they can go search his house.
According to Wisconsin law, in the absence of a warrant, officers can also use exigent circumstances to justify denying re-entry into the house, like preventing the destruction of evidence. This is likely the reason why the officers are preventing them from re-entering the home.
Y'all don't have the right to search his house.
Have a seat.
I will. Y'all don't gotta grab me up like that. Y'all do not have the right, Mario. Tell them that they don't have the right to go in your house and not to go in your house without a search warrant. Tell them they don't have the right. Tell them right now. Just don't be mad. Just tell them.
Have the right to go in the house.
Without a search warrant. Tell them that, Mario. Tell them that. Tell them they do not have the right to go into your house without a search warrant. Mario, if they had the right, they would already be searching
We
it.
cannot let you back in the house right
That's
now.
fine, Mario. But tell them, Mario.
He said it.
Listen. Shut up and listen, boy.
He didn't say so.
Shut up.
No, it's not a search
Tell them they do not have the right to search the house without a search warrant. And they need to wait.
We are not searching the house.
Well, you guys will just get there without his permission after we told you not to be in there. Stop breaking motherfucking laws, and this will be a lot simpler. If y'all leave, this is gone. Way simpler than y'all trying to. Y'all searching, y'all ain't got no reason to be searching.
You check the bathroom right quick.
Exactly.
That's what we're trying to do. Go check the bathroom right
Y'all
quick.
trying to take advantage of somebody that don't even know how to move.
Trying to do.
Get the point they
Right now we're waiting on another officer because things are kicking off way too much, man.
You do not know what y'all really is talking about.
Y'all doing too much.
I don't work with elderly people that's kind of just like him, so y'all cannot do that to him. That's all I'm saying.
Mario, just sit down. Sit down. Because I'm not trying to get them to think that you and Justin are sitting here in handcuffs because I told them their job. These motherfuckers know the law. They know better. I shouldn't have to tell them that. And then they put me in handcuffs because I told them right from motherfucking wrong. Like, I shouldn't even have to say that to y'all. Is y'all body cameras on?
Listen, what they said was
That's all I really need
they
to know right
do a
now.
sweep to make sure ain't no humans in this.
Mario, I don't even gotta say nothing else. As long as you know, step out of Mario. Tell me to step out of your house.
Go look at watch him. Go look at my.
Mario, they go in.
Also, please.
Mario.
Yep.
Mario, because you see they try to take me to jail because they Mario, they can't get into your house. The only reason they're in there is because you told them to go in the bathroom. I swear to God, Mario, they told them to get out the house. They can't go in there. They're taking me to jail.
There's nobody in there. I get it. That's a lot going on.
I got my family messed up.
Stop!
Stop!
Resisting. Stay back. I'm just recording. Stay back. I'm about to get back. You can record. I'm watching. Why y'all gotta be so aggressive? I don't know what's going on.
What's your name, man? Okay.
I'm just up here.
Are you going to interfere with the investigation? You're not even
He has mental problems. I'm trying to tell you.
time where you're under arrest. You're going to get searched.
That's fine, but under arrest for
Stop
what?
moving. You're not allowed back inside.
Sir, 1, 2, 3. What am I under arrest?
Stop moving.
Are you gonna stop?
That was resisting. That's what you're under
I'm
arrest
not
for.
because I'm not moving. I'm just talking.
Because y'all want to protect y'all fucking city. That's it, man. I'm finna get in the car, bro. Please leave me alone, bro. Real talk. Get away from me, bro. Why did you get involved?
I asked you to come over to the car.
Being arrested for why am I in handcuffs? Any one of y'all gonna tell me that? I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. I'm having a hard time because I came up here.
Get your search in the back of the car. Then we'll talk.
All right, that's fine. But listen, when I
Sorry,
change,
this should be a talk where you're yelling over
it's hard to talk when no one's letting me speak.
because now isn't the time to talk. Now is the time
No, I have the right to talk.
Sit down, please.
Y'all put me in handcuffs because y'all don't want me to tell my brother that y'all don't have the right to go into his house without a search warrant. But what am I being arrested for? What am I being?
resisting.
Why am I in the handcuffs? Why am I in handcuffs?
Because you're not listening.
Because I'm yelling. I don't have to listen to y'all.
Yes,
I'm a
you do.
grown woman.
You do have to listen to us.
Why would I let me when my brother said not to go in his house for a I don't even know.
We're writing a search warrant.
My brother told y'all not to go in his house.
We have a right to freeze the scene. We're not searching.
That's fine.
So we're writing a search warrant.
Y'all gotta tell me what I'm in handcuffs for.
You're in handcuffs because you're not listening and you're arrested for resisting.
Y'all wasn't trying to listen to me. Y'all tried to shut me up.
Showed up here. Okay. The air tag is popping here. All right. Open the door. Smells like weed. Okay. That gives me the right, by law, to secure the residence for the application of a search warrant, which I will be doing. Okay. That means I can go inside, secure you and any persons that would be in there, so to ensure there's no more.
This will tell Eric confusion for me.
Hello, y'all don't have the right to search my car.
Y'all just gonna run up on me?
Well, you're welcome to stay where you're at. That's fine. Okay.
You do not have the right to search my car on my son. I will be pressing charges. That's on my son.
What's that? What exactly are we doing here?
I'm not sure. Writing a warrant, I know, for this house, but I don't know. She just decided to start screaming at me.
Get away from me. I don't feel safe.
Okay, well, we can stand where we want. We're writing a warrant.
Stand up on me. And you pretty aggressive.
No, because your sister kept pulling away from me.
I don't want to talk to you.
Okay.
Please get away from me.
Please, officer. Stay in your car. It smells like weed in there.
The same lawyers that's fighting my little baby brother's fucking case for him being killed in a crash are gonna be the same motherfuckers that's gonna be doing this shit for me. Let a motherfucker go into my car without my permission. Because this is the type of that motherfucker just be waiting on.
So, the residence is secure, okay? In that cursory protective suite, you located our backpack that you said wasn't there, okay? Obviously, that's an issue we will address. Crime of the century here or anything like that, but obviously you've probably been doing some things that you're not supposed to be doing. I can absolutely continue to proceed and apply for that search warrant, and if the judge approves it, I'm going to search this residence. The alternative to that is, with your consent, I can also search this residence. Obviously we know we're going to find a backpack. That's mainly what we're here for, and probably could have avoided it if you would have just turned that over to the inmate. But now we've gone obviously a little bit too far. Is that your sister there? That got a little bit too vocal about things, even though we were 100% within our right.
I'm not looking to fight. Let me talk with Garrett, because I don't even know what's going on with this guy. They're just screaming when I can hear it.
I'm starting to fucking get hard to breathe in here. Can someone please open this door? Can someone please open this door?
What's going on with dude bro?
ID him. He was with her. Just figure out who he is real quick.
Okay.
Hey! I need to breathe! Can you please? Hey!
He's got nothing to do with this.
He showed it. Is that your sister's boyfriend or who is that? What's his name? What's his name?
Okay, can we move the squad and get him out of here? Well, we need to be identified. That's my understanding, right?
Be identified.
Check.
Can you please crack the door a little bit? Can you please crack the door a little bit?
Turn the I'll turn the radio down and then I'll help you with what you need. The door cracked?
I just need some air. I need some fresh air.
Let me turn this down.
With that being said, I'm going to ask you, will you give us consent to search your building here?
I don't care if you're gonna search it. Just please do not mess.
We're not going to help you, right? Is there any weed in there that we need to be concerned about?
I have bags of clothes, and I need some laundry.
I'm not concerned about laundry or anything like that, but you give us consent to search your residence here.
Actually, I don't. Is there a way that, because a responsible person, I would rather wait until we get word from the judge.
That's why, at this point, I'm going to place you under arrest for theft at this point.
There's nothing else that can happen after this.
Right now.
So, sir.
Get away from me, sir.
Can you listen for a second? Okay, so we need to identify you, and then you'll be able to go. Can I get your driver's license?
That's no problem.
This is hot. It's hot in here. There was no reason to put this on me so fucking tight. I was not resisting. I was just yelling. I put my hands behind my back for them. I was just yelling to.
Wait for a sec. I gotta get the keys to put the window down. So just hang on, and I'll get it down for you. Okay?
I'm out. Oh my God, dude.
I don't even have my license. I'm not driving.
Would you be willing to give him your information?
Yes, I will.
I'll take your info.
I have no problem giving you my name. It's just I'm not so safe.
I understand. That's why I thought maybe you and I could just chat. Okay. Well,
That Murray's squad, keep them roll that window down.
why?
She just wants some air, which is fine.
She starts screaming and goes back up. What's your last name?
Can I get somebody else? I don't need like your attitude. You want to tell you that? That's kind of
No, you're gonna talk to me right now. What's your last name?
Why is he talking to me?
Because I'm tired of you guys not listening when I give you orders.
Guys, what do you mean?
Stop. You and your sister. I'm gonna help you. Let me just. Yeah, you can handle it. Jesus Christ. Car reeks of weed. We're gonna let him leave. No, it's fine. Could have done 10 minutes ago.
That dude is a piece of shit on my son, dude. If I ever catch this nigga out here and he comes at me like that again, and I have my fucking gun permit, oh my God, dude, I swear to God, anything I'm in the right
This
to do
bitch
is gonna
stupid.
happen. Because this shit is crazy. I'm so tired of motherfuckers.
This why your
getting
dumb
the right
ass going to
do.
jail
I
now.
don't want to yell. I never wanted to yell. I just wanted someone to listen to me talk.
Any questions what you're being arrested for right now? Right now, it's
They kept saying, I'm on the phone. So I went to the other guy and I'm like, well, can you tell me what's going on? I asked the people who are in the car over there, who I guess are the people who called the police. As they were trying to tell me, he came over and that's when him and the other officer started walking into my brother's house. So I'm like, you guys don't have the right to do that. And that's when I started getting loud because they were just going in there. I'm like, hold on, wait a second. And then they grabbed me up and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let them grab me up because I don't want them thinking that I'm gonna fight against them. As soon as I start raising my voice and yelling, they're like grabbing me up, putting me in handcuffs, roughing me around. It's like no reason to do that just because I'm yelling.
Anything on your person I need to be concerned about? My phone and my money from my bank account.
Hold on, y'all. Go to my room.
And what? My baby.
And answer the one little basic question that I had, which is what is going on, then none of this would have happened. There was just straight up no reason to do me like that.
$600.
There's no fucking reason for this, dude. I try so fucking hard to be a good person. I do my best. I swear to God, dude, I stay sharing fucking posts on Facebook about the officers in this city do good. I don't even share fucking bad about the police, bro.
Yeah, it reeks of weed. I said that earlier.
It's like being first. You really got rid of that.
No, it's fine.
I don't give a fuck what the fuck my family done did. I'm just asking to be treated like a fucking human, bro. Like, what the fuck did I do to be pushed up against? Like, there's like fucking 5 motherfucking different dudes that just touched me. My fucking dad ain't never touched me like that before. Why is there 5 different motherfuckers roughing me up like that?
It's hard for me because you have a lot to get out and I can't answer the questions because you have so many of them. So do you want me to answer some of those for you real quick?
If you can.
So I'll tell you why I pushed you up against the car. And I'll tell you why. It's because we were told on the radio they need some additional officers down here because someone was resistant, was my understanding. Now, I think you would agree with me that I came in kind of at the end, right?
Yeah.
So I'll be the first.
That's why I tried to talk to you.
Yeah. And I don't know everything that's going on. I'm not going to pretend like I do, okay? But from my perspective, when I got on scene, what I saw was an officer that was taking one into custody.
He tried to make it look rough. But for nothing. Like, why would you do that? I was doing it. Like, I never, not at one point resisted. Ever.
And I could feel that in you when you tense up. And that's something that police officers.
I'm gonna hang out here. You're gonna secure the scene.
Jail policy says they gotta be behind your back. I'm just gonna talk to my partner here and then I'll touch base with you, okay?
I'm sorry that you felt like that went badly. I don't think I would want to be pushed up against the car either.
It's because I was yelling. I was probably tensing up.
But you got to see from our perspective where we're at. We get called and told somebody's resisting. We come down here, we drive.
But when he came, when I'm just
explaining. You might not agree with me. Let me explain, and then if you don't agree with me, that's okay. But so then I get here, and what I saw was an officer holding you up against the car, and we're trained to assist with that arrest, and that's what I did. I won't pretend to know the whole story. What I can tell you is that you were quite loud, and you did have some resistive tension. And police officers are trained that when those two factors exist, when somebody's loud and we feel that resistive tension, that we stabilize.
I feel like they were doing that on purpose, though, because I kept asking the same question over and over again. And it's like, why do I have to yell, dude? And then even when it's like, damn, do I just have to sit here and shut up and be like, first of all, I have rights. And if I know what they are, then I do have the right to say that. Like,
there were some other compounding factors. So one of those factors is that is that your brother in the car there? So he's walking up on the officer's back is turned, he's walking up on the officer, and I see he's got his phone out, but I would say that it was in a little bit of an aggressive manner.
No,
being arrested.
You guys can't say that.
That's okay, you might not agree with me, that's all right.
All right, because no.
I don't know him. I don't know what kind of guy he is. I'm not going to judge him. When somebody is walking up on an officer with their back,
I feel like why would anybody want this to get aggressive, though? Like, why even have that? Why would that even be the first thing you resort to? When officers resort to that kind of that's what makes us resort to that kind of because I swear to God, I promise you, if someone could have just listened, not even listened, or just spoke to me, voices wouldn't have ever been gotten rose in the first place.
Okay. Come in closer, it's kind of noisy. You have the right to remain silent.
Vape pen on the floor. There's vape pens everywhere that they're using. He had one in his hand. He was smoking it with us, and that one didn't smell like it. Welcome home.
But come on now, like, I don't know what type of officers these are, but like, I've lived in Warsaw for a long time. I ain't never, and I'm telling you, I had something against the police at one point in time. Like, I've never been fucking grabbed up like that before. I'm pissed. I'm really fucking pissed. I'm pissed. I'm really fucking pissed. I did not deserve that shit, bro.
Having those rights in mind, you wish to talk to me.
I don't know what's my first time being arrested.
Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll ask you questions. If you don't want to answer them, you don't got to answer them. But you understand the rights I read to you, though, right? Okay. Fair enough?
I don't want to answer.
You don't want to answer questions right now? Okay.
CID'd yet?
Yeah. Okay.
But the car reeks of weed.
Oh, good.
And he's revoked.
Just keeps building.
That shit was unnecessary. Like, I wish I could get mad at somebody and rub their asses up. No, it really wasn't you. I can see what you came in to do, which is why I was trying to keep my head on straight so you can hear my side of the story. Because I knew if I would have just stayed mad, nobody would have heard me out.
Welcome over. I'll check cuffs quick. I'll come around now that I gotta say keys for the car here. Stuff's stressful. You know, people react differently. I want to make sure you're not gonna have some issue back there.
I should be fine.
I don't know. I don't know what the plan is here. They don't like me, so they don't like me either.
Right, just slide over that way for me. Let's take a look here. You feel my finger there?
That one's
So
fine,
they
but
actually
it's
are
this
loosened up.
one.
I think that the problem with this one is you got your hand turned kind of funny.
No, I turned it the other way.
So
And
your hands should be back to back. So if I can just adjust your hand here. So if they're back to back, kind of like reverse praying, like this. Do you feel that?
this is still hurting.
That's how they're a little bit more comfortable. I can tell you that, unfortunately, I know you're saying it hurts, and I believe they're
This is
uncomfortable.
tight.
It
Like,
is-
this is
it is on
way
correctly.
tighter than this one.
Yeah, she's coming.
He's adjusted with us.
Okay.
She can go to jail for resisting.
Yeah.
So I asked her several times to walk in the car with me. She's pulling away, screaming.
Directly resisting.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to brace her in the car, and she's still trying to push
yeah,
up.
she lost her mic because we wanted to scare the resident because the resident smells like.
I told her that.
There's no reason for me to be in cuffs, and I should not be in cuffs if there's no reason for me to be going to jail right now.
Well, like I said, you and I both agreed I came in a little late, so I don't have all the answers. And
Well, I want the officers to say so to come over here. Too much.
Is there a bunch of other stuff here?
I don't know. I'm sure there will be. Yeah.
I can get my finger in there, and I can turn
Okay.
the wrist, which means it's
I
not
want
too
the
tight.
officer, the one that put these cuffs on me, to come over here and tell me exactly why I'm being arrested. If I'm not being arrested, I want to be let out of these cuffs so I can leave and go home.
Correct. So, a large majority of the property from your backpack was just located on Cleveland. They'll be back at the police department at some point today.
No way. We need like a large majority.
Some paperwork, some.
Is it like quick? So like, okay.
I wasn't given the.
Is it scattered or is it like still in the actual?
It sounds like a majority of it was scattered.
The officer just informed the responding party that their belongings were discarded on a street located roughly a mile away on the other side of a river. Because the belongings consist of paperwork, there is likely concern they might have blown not just down the street, but potentially into the river.
But hear me out. There's another side to this. So while checking the residence, make sure nobody else was in there, you found your backpack. So,
Like if you just give it back to me, I won't push charges. But if you don't, if I find something, I have to push charges.
so we're currently applying for a search warrant for the house. So we have to wait for that to get your bag. I would say come back this afternoon, and we should have all of that taken care of for you. All right? Okay.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'll be up all day. It's okay.
All right. Thank you.
I had several thefts last weekend from vehicles. I don't know if it's here or not.
Okay.
I know a few things to look for, but
Okay. All right.
I'm sure if we go back and look at all the reports that have been filed recently, we'll probably find some stuff. What do we want to do with him?
I think. I mean, if the car reeks, like we gotta search the car.
Yeah. Do we want to just pull him out then, detain him, because he's not going to come out very nicely.
No.
Yeah. He doesn't want to come out nicely. He can go for obstruction as well.
Yeah.
Did you guys see him driving, or was she driving?
She was driving.
Okay, so we don't have photo.
No.
It's just a matter of searching the vehicle and arresting him. He's on paper though, also. So you refuse to talk to me because I apparently you're
playing games with us.
Yeah, I'm tired of playing games. So.
He's afraid of me because I'm the one that told him to get back when he got.
Yeah, because he's walking up behind me with the camera while I'm trying to brace her to get in the car because she's pushing off.
I have to go pick my son up from school at 11. Please, let's go. Like, I cannot be here. I just drove by. No, y'all are not gonna go pick my baby up. No, well, I can go to school by myself. I am not under arrest. There is no reason for me to be in this situation right now.
You are not free to leave, I'll be honest with you. You do need to stay here.
Okay, but that's fine. Why am I in cuffs, though? This is so crazy to me.
My understanding is there was some kind of interaction, like you needed to be detained and that you resisted somehow.
I need to... why? Okay, but they're not...
Placed you in handcuffs.
What if this was your wife or daughter or sister or something? Like, this is crazy. I should not be sitting right here right now, dude.
Well, I'm telling you.
I should not be sitting here like this. I have a lot. I'm supposed to be at work right now, too. Like, I was already, like, running late for work because I had to get my son from school at 11. Y'all don't care. Like, this is crazy, dude. This is crazy, dude.
What are you doing with this lady? She's going to jail. Kid needs to get picked up from school or... It's too bad. She's going to be Ruby pulling him out and searching the car. This car reeks of weed. She's going to jail for resisting obstruction. So... I'd like to call your son's school because you are going to jail, is my understanding.
For what?
Obstruction.
What obstruction? What was the obstruction?
Well, I'm not going to get into that with you right
I
now.
need to understand because the charge doesn't make sense. I run the whole business. Like, I have to...
Obstruction. You are
This
going
is...
to jail. Do you want me to call your child's school? I don't want them to be stuck.
Yes, please. I need to call my... Oh my God. He goes to... No, this is crazy. Can you get that officer come over here and explain to me what the obstruction was? I'm confused.
So there'll be a time for that, but it's not right now.
This is crazy. Why? Because I was yelling? Because nobody would listen? The whole time I was just trying to get a question and point across.
Okay, well, I'm explaining to you what I can.
Okay, I know your job is done with. No, it's not your job to be nice to me anymore. Have a good day. I know you don't give a fuck. There's no reason. No, I know you don't give a fuck. Like, this is crazy because y'all don't understand. Like, there's no single reason why these cuffs should be on me.
Listen, I can't tell you how much I can appreciate you being peaceful with us. That goes a long way with me now and in the future, right? So I know that when I deal with Justin, it's always going to be cool.
Crazy dude, I swear to God. This is what the hell's about. I try so fucking hard.
I got it. I'll watch it. Yep.
The woman soon argues back and forth with the officer pressing charges.
You're fucking weird, dude. Weirdo. Piece of shit. Fucking motherfucker. Right here. Or she's getting down by a real not you piece of shit. Hate these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers don't even know they going to fucking hell. My son, I'm done with this dude. There's no reason for motherfuckers to try. Y'all motherfuckers just want somebody to attack. Y'all do not want nobody to better themselves, dude.
She's going to be for this obstruction. Anything else for your guys? She wasn't listening to you guys. She wasn't listening to us.
No! He is not supposed to be in my car!
Alright.
Ain't nobody supposed to be in my car!
We're searching the car because it smells like marijuana. That gives us the ability to search the car.
Seriously?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. That is fine. At this point, I just need these cuffs off and...
Okay, we're going to the jail. Is this for the vehicle break-ins or what's the... Friendly sir, yeah.
Can you tell Justin to call my dad? Because somebody's got to get my baby.
Yeah, our detective's going to take care of all that.
Okay, well, my son needs to be somewhere safe and get driven home safely.
He will.
Not by a police officer, because y'all motherfuckers can't be trusted.
Okay, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way. I feel that way because how you just hammered me against a car like I was really doing something other than yelling.
I mean, the funny thing is, if she would have been home, none of this would have happened.
Last name, I'm going to remember that, and that's on my son.
Are you threatening me?
It's not a threat at all. So don't wonder weird like that. No one ever threatened you.
Okay.
Ever.
Just making sure you understand that threatening a police officer is a felony, and I will charge
Like
you.
I said, I did not threaten you.
Okay.
Never would. I'm not stupid. I don't threaten anybody. Just in case anything happens to me, I need to know your last name.
Yep, there's 3 cameras on you right now.
That's fine, Mr. All this because I asked the officer why they're going through my brother's trash.
It wasn't a matter
of... They don't have the right to go into my brother's house without a search warrant. Like, that's just...
They do.
Basic, knowledge. Everybody knows that. So there's no reason to rough me up about that. And then to act like I'm really fighting y'all. Like, y'all mother could have choked me, killed me, and I would have never resisted.
Okay. Nothing even close to that happened.
Whatever. What happened was y'all wanted to sit here and press as many charges as y'all can against everybody that's here to put everybody in jail and make us miserable because y'all mad that I know the law a little bit.
This bitch, right.
You ain't never tried to explain anything to me when I came up here in the first place. I was asking for someone to explain something to me and it never got done. And then I got thrown onto the ground and because I said you need a search warrant to go into my brother's house. Well, first of all, maybe if someone would have explained something to me, I would be a little more understanding as to why you're going into his house. But no one decided to explain something to me because according to the officers that were here in the first place, I don't live here, so it's not my business.
Whatever sister's name is, she pulls up in this with boyfriend here. Starts yelling at us. Just like,
sister's the one that's 95 in the vehicle.
Yeah. She's just yelling at us like, you don't have the right to do that. I'm like, well, you don't live here, so you have no...
You have no say.
Yeah, you have no say in all this.
Like, why the f*** did I sit here and let you go into my brother's house when y'all was just sneaking through his garbage can and not telling me what's going on? No, like, what the f*** have the right to say that? Like, would you not pull over and see what's going on if you drove past your brother's house and there was officers going through his trash can? Would you not pull over and see what's going on? Or ask what's going on? Oh, you're not gonna answer that one though. Because yeah, you would stop. Everybody knows that. It's like literally common sense. But this is irritating. Sitting here going through everything in my car. Like y'all clearly want to find something.
It reeks of marijuana.
Because why would it not?
Why would it not?
I don't smoke in my house. What exactly are y'all looking for? 300 pounds of weed or what? Because the way y'all searching this is like y'all looking for El Chapo stash.
It's still illegal.
Checking my paint. What is the point of trying to be a good citizen and contribute to the community?
Marijuana is illegal, so
that's fine. But what's the point of doing any good when y'all treat people like this? I'm really trying to understand, dude.
Can I explain though why?
No, I'm tired of hearing everybody's explanation because when you're done and over with, y'all still gonna treat me like shit. At the end of the day, there's no reason for me to be in these cuffs and I don't deserve this. I was on my way to go pick my baby up. If it wasn't for the police officers, this city was a really good place. I cannot wait to tell my clients about this. They donated over $10,000 for my brother-in-law's funeral. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that hard to get a lawyer. Y'all can do this to people who don't give a about themselves, but not me. Like, y'all be putting people's records like my life don't mean shit. Y'all be wanting them up to die in the back of y'all cars.
actually I am going to be charging you with threatening because you threatened my wife earlier.
Doing what?
Just letting you know I am going to at least recommend charges for threatening because you did threaten my family.
Who did I threaten? Who did I threaten?
My family.
I never threatened your family.
You said you hope my wife gets so.
I hope and saying did I ever say I will or someone was gonna do it? Like no. Hoping is one whole other thing.
Well, it's still
wishing and praying and hoping is not the same as doing something or promising or threatening. Like I said, y'all just sitting here trying to charge people
I
just
am with
about
that
everything
one,
and
I'm thinking
anything
about
you
it.
can.
I think that's fair.
No, it's really not fair. The fact that I pulled over and asked the officers what's going on, and instead of simply telling me what's going on, y'all sit here and wait for me to lose my temper and start yelling, for y'all to handcuff me and push me around and roughhouse me like I'm some type of threatening boy. Y'all are insane, dude. Don't ever in life, like y'all want drama in this community, I feel like. Y'all want me to leave here and be upset so that y'all can come back and arrest me for some other type of bullshit. Just so you know that's not gonna happen. I'm currently getting my life together so I can have lawyers and attorneys to people up in court like you, who like take advantage of people like me. But I'm far from a dummy. Trust and believe I have lawyers for people like you. Like if y'all don't want, black people in this community, just say that.
This has nothing to do with your race.
Stop treating people like for no reason. And if that doesn't have anything to do with it, then why was people treating me like to begin with? Why'd you come onto the scene roughhousing me like that? Like what's the reason and what was the point? What did you have in your mind? What was you feeling? I'm just simply trying to understand what the going on and why I was being treated like that. That's really all I'm trying to understand. And why I got cops making up charges so that you have a so-called just reason of putting me in jail. Really, you don't.
I don't.
Because I never threatened anybody and I never resisted arrest or whatever it was you guys were talking about. Stating my opinion, which I have the right to talk. I have the right to freedom of speech. You guys cannot put me in jail for that, no matter which way you put it.
Hi there, Officer Wausau Police with one female. Can you send people down too?
Yeah, send people down because I'm such a threat. My mouth is so scary. My lips are just gonna hop off my face and start beating people up, I guess.
My name is Lori. I'm one of the officers upstairs. You gonna be decent with me if we go up?
I'm fine.
You're good? Okay.
Yes, I was never a threat.
Okay. All right. Well, you're gonna be in my custody now. I'm gonna take you upstairs. You gonna be good to go? All right. Let me make sure. Gotta get you unhooked here, okay? All right. Help you come on out. Feet there. All right. Appreciate it. I'm gonna take you around this way.
Cell phone when you're right back in your pocket. Nope. For the time it's going to be hanging onto that cash until I can prove it's actually where it's from. Do you have any bank account information or paperwork that'll show us where it's from? Receipts. Are they going to be at the house there? Face the corner for me.
According to court documents, the woman who was arrested faced charges for 1 count of felony battery or threat to law enforcement officer, with a modification as a repeat offender, and 1 count of resisting. Her first charge for felony battery or threat was dismissed. Her second charge for resisting was amended to disorderly conduct. For this, she was found guilty due to a no-contest plea. She was sentenced to pay a fine of $50 plus court cost, which for this case appears to have totaled to less than $300. However, this is not her first entanglement with the law. According to court documents, in unrelated cases, she has faced multiple charges for disorderly conduct, charges for retail theft, resisting, violating restraining orders, bail jumping, criminal damage to property, possession of THC, battery, and domestic abuse. Her apparent brother faces charges for 1 felony count of receiving stolen property, valued between $5,000 and $10,000, 1 count of concealing stolen property valued less than $2,500, and 1 count of possessing drug paraphernalia. His court case is still going through the system, and so a verdict and any possible sentencing is yet to be determined. As for the woman's apparent significant other, we could not find any records indicating charges pressed against him.
I hit really bad timing with this. The judges are going to be on lunch break here. It's like an iPhone.
AirTag is what he had in the backpack.
That's pretty awesome.
Whose guess is this? It's the city's case. Everyone seems to be getting a piece of it. I'm here for a nap.
Always. Any given second of the day.
I was born that way.
I was just gonna say.
Night, man.